Hi, welcome to this video. Getting ready to play a Blitz game, 5-minute game on leechess.com.org. Sorry to all the Leechess people out there. Looking for a game? It's actually taking a little longer than usual. Normally the pairing in the 5-minute pool is pretty instant. Alright, let's go for a trusty e4 playing against Polo69, who's 1500. Unfortunately, I'm not playing against Polo 1500, who is rated 69. That'd be probably a lot easier. Well, this is the kind of move that you'd expect a 69 rated player to play. I guess, okay, it prevents bishop g5, but it doesn't do anything about the center. Could play f4. Could play knight f3. I could take on d4, doesn't do much. Let's play c3. Normally, you'd want to play knight f3 first to try and control e5 before challenging here. But this is so slow that I don't think it matters. I even have queen d5 here, threatening f7. Not bad. Then he plays queen e7 or queen e5. I'm not sure what I'm going to do after that. So let's just capture. Okay, returning the pawn immediately doesn't seem like a good idea. Okay, the opponent is playing very quickly now. Unfortunately, quickly does not mean good. Unfortunately for them. Fortunately for me. Queen b3 hitting f7 indirectly is an idea. It's probably a decent one. I have more space. I have better pieces. He has a waste of time on h6. Okay, so queen b3. Well, he's protected this. This would be tender, but then he plays c6. He's probably going to play c6 anyway, pretty soon. So let me just... Should I castle? I think there's a quote by Capablanca that says, you should only castle when you have nothing better to do. It's a pretty good quote. True, surprisingly, more than you would think, in my estimation, or from what I've seen. But here, actually, castling, I think, has a threat of e5, so I'm going to try it. Yeah, now e5, I think, wins a piece. If he takes, I take. He takes, I play rook e8, 1, rook e1. Didn't say e8. I know my squares. I know their colors. And I win the queen. Yeah. Okay, so I just get a piece for free. I can chop on f7 and liquidate, which is not a bad idea if you're up a piece. So I'll do it. If it's not a bad idea, I guess I'll try it. I have a potential knight b5 coming in at some point. I imagine he's going to take, probably with the king is a good idea. Queen b3 is not bad. Maybe rook e1 first. Not sure what. Maybe then queen b4 stops my queen from coming out. Let's play queen b3 right away. Might as well give a check if I can. Maybe now hop into f4. It's not really threatening anything. Well, if you play c6, I'll take on b8, I guess. I mean, I guess I'll do that. Now I can start to harass this queen, right? Yeah, let's start to harass the queen. Sort of the original idea, but I didn't want to allow queen b4. It's actually probably the main point to queen b3 is try and take away squares from his queen. Okay, now I attack this queen again, and where are you going? You're going to have to defend, right? Yeah. Okay. Knight b5 looks decent. c5, knight d6. Can't argue with that. I wish I could, but I really can't argue with that. I don't know why I would want to argue with it. Well, what is this threatened? I'm taking here. You're not taking anywhere. You're going to try and threaten mate. That's going to be hilarious. by the way, if you try and threaten mate. I'll bring pieces closer to the king instead of taking with the bishop. I'll also threaten to win a rook. It's not really threatening to win a rook, it's winning a rook. Okay, this doesn't work. Don't you get that? I'm not going to play g3, I'm not going to play h3, I'm going to play bishop g3. And you have nada quesada. No compensation, Polo69. F4 maybe? H4 maybe. H4 looks good. Let's go for H4. Not blundering mate, am I? Hope not. Oh! Well, I was gonna say, I had rook d7, and then I gave it away with h4, and now I have it again. This wins the queen through knight e6 check. Would have won it for free, now it's costing me a piece. Just like booking hotels or airlines, usually the earlier you get it in, the less expensive it is. Okay, let's make this a special and go for 2 games against Polo69. Polo now 69 is 1496. Don't tell me they're going to repeat my opening against them. Against me. Okay, no, they're playing pretty much the same thing they played before. Okay, I'm going to... How should I play this as black? I guess I'll play it similarly to how I played it as white. Knight f6. I don't really have any pressure against him here. He might actually justify this move, which is annoying. In fact, I might even play it myself. The thing is, he did gambit a pawn, and unlike the way I played it, he's not getting any compensation for it. I just have this extra pawn. Right, now I have an extra pawn, and he doesn't. He's just going for f4, but I don't know if that does much for him. Let's play... Can I castle queenside? That'd be cool. Let's try going for castles queenside. 95 probably was better. Could play f6. f5 and drop the bishop back. But that doesn't work, actually. This is actually a little bit of a sticky situation. You should scratch that. It's not sticky, it's just bad. G6 takes. No, I can't take that. But then I can play bishop d5. Okay, I'll try that. My idea would be to try and bail and get out of here. Castling queenside as fast as I can. He's actually blocked the f file for himself, so that's kind of nice. And rook e8, I have knight to e5. Cannot attack my knight, or at least, okay, you can attack the knight, but you cannot hit it with a pawn. Queen to f6 takes, and I think I'm okay. I also could just take here and give him a bad structure. Why don't I just don't do that? The knight looks okay. Then he actually is threatening to push and hit my knight. Oh, right. I'm pinned, aren't I? Okay. I could play knight e7. I could play c6. Knight e7 looks kind of cool. He takes, and then I play rook b8, and then he plays probably check, and I attack this. Otherwise, he can go back here. You know what? It looks crazy, but I'm going to try it. He also has f6, but then I have knight c6. Okay. This move contains a really sneaky threat. Knight e7 always threatens the queen on f3. Okay, now I attack this guy. You don't have an effective check on c6. You can check on b5, but then I play c6 myself. If you take, I take. Oh, that actually would have been bad for me. b5. check, you take, I take, you can take, and I can't take back. But now, it's not as bad. It's still pretty terrible though, isn't it? Yeah, I think I have to play f6 here, so I can threaten d5. That sucks. At least he can't play f6 now. I can't castle. Now I actually can castle without dropping this, so that's cool. And then once I castle and I play king h7, then I can bring the rook over. So this is probably the most insane move I've ever played, but I think it actually works. Castling into absolutely no pawn cover. Okay, not absolutely no pawn cover, but very little pawn cover. The idea is that, to me, this was the fastest way to get my king. Like if I play king d7, I'm tripping over my own pieces. I want to get the king out of the way so I can coordinate my pieces. Right? Normally, you'd want to try and worry about your king the most, but here, to hell with the big man. I want to get my pieces in action to go after his king before he's able to get mine. So he's going to take here. If I go here, he has check, so I have to play this. Keep it closed. It's a very closed position. My one knight is probably better in this close position than his two bishops. In fact, knight d5 here looks pretty okay. I'm covering this more than once. Covering it 3 times, in fact, if I play here. I'm not worried about this because I have rook g8 coming next. Bishop c4, I have c6. Holding on to the f6 square means dicey. Oh shit. Excuse my language. This completely ignores the threat on... I had to play knight g8 to cover the threat on this square. This is just going to be lights out. So it looks like I'm going to be the one that drops a lot of rating points here, not him. Yeah, this is bad. This might not be defensible now. Rook e4 looks good for him. Yeah, this just looks real bad. Let's see how he tries to continue. Probably rook e4 is his best bet. And now I'll play knight f4. Take with the rook, I guess. And I can't cover that square, can I? So much, I'm just busted. Okay, let's see. Take with the bishop. I do have check, but then he has checkmate. So I guess I don't have check. Take, he takes. I can't cover that. I can't get my king out. I can't even push with check. Can't do anything. The best I can do... It's pathetic that this is the best I can do. The best I can do, I think, is play rook f7. Pitch the rook. Just see what happens. I'll try and confuse this guy. Yeah, he takes it. That's probably the best. Now if I take, he takes. And I don't know what that's gotten me. So maybe I'm just going to say, well, I'm down a rook. Right. Takes there. Probably just take on f6. That's the simplest. On e5. That would be the simplest, but he goes for this complicated garbage. He is up everything. He's up in everything. Shows up in everything bagel. That'd be great. Okay, I think it's time to resign. Wow! I completely missed the threat on h6. And I shouldn't have been surprised. I put my king out to dry. So let that be a lesson to me. Don't do that unless you're willing to play knight g8, which actually would have been probably okay for me. Okay, thanks for watching.